2009. I'm Roger Horton, Chair of the committee. With me today is Eva Falcone and Helene Schneider. We have two items on the agenda today to be considered. The first one is the Redevelopment Agency Fiscal Year 2010 Interim Financials, and Mr. Bossi is here, and we'll ask him to lead us through that. Brian, it's over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and fellow Finance Committee members. As we do on a regular basis, we're here to answer any questions you may have regarding the interim statements. We don't usually go through a formal report, but are always here to answer any questions you may have about that. So,
one question.
Thank you. Just both on page 3 and page 5 having to do the fire station remodel. It looks like it's over budget, but I thought things were under budget when we got the bids. If you could comment on that.
I'd be happy to. We are not over budget. What you're looking at here is if you see the remaining balance is in the negative. However, if you look at the encumbrances, there's a significant amount of funding still available. So what we are working on this, what we think this is are items that have been, that should have gone towards the encumbrances or existing contracts and were somehow not directed appropriately. At one point, I believe we had 3 different accounts for the fire station. So it's just a matter of positioning and directing those charges appropriately. So I spoke with Mr. Joshua Hagmark earlier today, and we're well within budget. It's just a matter of cleaning up the account.
So you think by next month's financials that might be cleaned up, or
it'll if this is August 31st,
right.
It may not be until 2 months out, but
Okay.
we'll have it cleaned up by the end of this week. You probably just won't see it for a few months since these are a couple months behind.
Okay, thank you.
I'll accept a motion.
Move the report.
Second.
To accept the report.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Brian. Next item is the fiscal year 2010 interim financials, and this is going to be Rudy. Turn it over to you, Rudy.
Mr. Chair, as Mr. Bossi indicated, these are the monthly interim statements, and we don't usually have a formal presentation on the monthly ones. We have those at the quarterly time frame, but I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have on these at this point.
Okay, Rudy, page 4, and I apologize if I've already asked you this, which I probably have, which is general fund, the clerk's office. The year-to-date is 34.8. I'm guessing that's preparation for the election. Is why that's running ahead. Is that?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, good. And then page 5, that would be PD, the item on special events that at 50.3. I'm not quite sure unless that's still getting over from Fiesta or something, or.
That would be part of it, is because Fiesta occurs in the end of July, beginning of August. There's a lot of front-loaded expenditures that happen. Also, the July 4th parade and celebration and things that we have. Typically, this runs a little bit ahead of the year-to-date if you do it on a monthly basis. So that's
Okay.
most of it.
Others? Motion.
Are we going to see a similar sort of event, if you will, after the West Beach Festival, the music festival in September, where law enforcement was needed to come in more heavily than anticipated?
Because those expenditures show up in the general fund here, I would expect that would be the case. Now, exactly how much extra expenditures they have, I'm not sure of that. Yeah.
Nothing like Fiesta, I wouldn't imagine. It wasn't that much, but we will have a little overage. Okay, great. Then I'll make a motion to accept the interim financials.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Mr. Samario, any further action for the committee today?
No, not today. Thank you.
I'll adjourn the meeting. Thanks, everybody.